Hey guys, how's it going? We are on I-5 again, southbound. One perpetual traffic jam. And we're going to be going through Seattle right at rush hour. Yay! Isn't that going to be fun? So we're headed to Yakima with a load of lime. We should make it to our destination as long as the traffic isn't atrocious in Seattle. Even a bit of a traffic jam should be fine, as long as it's not crazy. We should make it to Yakima. I had an hour and a half of extra downtime in Vancouver because a friend of mine that also works for Setco fell off his trailer and sprained his wrist very bad. Luckily it's not broken. At least that's what the x-rays said today. Wait till the x-rays. X-rays, if you give them a day or two, then you can start seeing those fracture lines. So hopefully he doesn't have a fracture somewhere, but he's going to be off of work for a week, so I had to go grab his trailers, bring it back to the chipper, unload his trailers, and then bring the empty trailers back to him. Well, he came and followed and grabbed the trailers. He can't shift a full load because in the manual transmission there's a lot for your right hand to do while you're driving a full load. And with a sprained wrist like that, there's just no way. But he thinks with an empty load, he can skip shifts. As long as he can make it out of Vancouver. We're right on the main, we're right by Highway 1. So make it out of Vancouver, he has to do very little shifting, running empty. He can get home, be off of work, heal up, and then go again. So I spent an hour and a half doing that. Hopefully he gets better soon. His new nickname is Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty fell off a trailer. And he's on the safety team. Always humorous. I've been on multiple safety teams because I'm so unsafe, apparently. I don't mind being part of safety teams. Because honestly, being part of a safety team makes me safer because you can learn from all other people's mistakes. Beautiful blue sky. My load is tarped as well because hydrated lime. Man, if that got rained on, I don't know what would happen to it, but it's certainly stuff you don't want to get rained on. I don't know if they turn into hard bricks instead of powder. They're like bags. Bags on pallets. I'm gonna go into the hammer lane here just because I see that granny lane is gonna get full very quick here. Customs took over half an hour. Had to sit there in the staging area, which was perfect. I took my half-hour reset while waiting for customs. Timed out just absolutely perfect. Had my lunch while sitting there relaxing. I couldn't have asked it to be timed out better. Excuse me. Wonder if they're going to let me back into the granny lane or not. I've got cruise control on at 60 miles an hour. Definitely a really busy road. There's no relaxing driving down this. Always on guard. Okay, we'll get back in here for now. See what happens. Worst case scenario, I just have to slow down. And there's the brake lights. And of course the hammer lane is now full. That might work out okay. I honestly don't know what town this is. What do the signs say? Something about Mount Vernon? Mount Vernon? Might be a town name, Mount Vernon. Seems like a town name. Everybody's merging in, everyone's behaving. That's one thing. So far today I've had no crazy drivers. Everybody's been behaving. People are doing what they're expected to do. Following the rules of the road. It's always nice when everybody does what you expect them to do. Oh, when I dropped my suspension to drop my trailer, and then I hooked onto his trailer, I left the suspension dropped. When I backed onto his trailer, I tore my mud flap clean off. I must have got sucked underneath the wheel and just tore it clean off. I've got a backup mud flap that I use as a floor mat in our truck here, so maybe tonight or sometime before I bobtail again, I have to fix that mud flap. I don't need the mud flap. It's not legally required unless you're bobtailing. So before I bobtail again, I have to repair that. I started fixing it, but I ran out of time. I would have done it at the border crossing, but it is unlawful to get out of your vehicle in the staging area. It'd make me a little nervous too if all of a sudden you have truck drivers getting out of their vehicles and moving around. So maybe tonight I might get a little bit to it. Only problem is my mud flap doesn't have holes in it for the bolts. It's got little divots, so I'll have to cut those divots. Hopefully my X-Acto knife is strong enough for that. Wow, that's a big load, must be light. US loads always look small, not big loads like that one. Yeah, not much for scenery along the I-5. Pretty much the whole I-5 is not, well, there's some parts that are kind of beautiful, but it doesn't go through the most beautiful parts. I would never drive the I-5 personally to see beautiful things. I've driven it once or twice personally just to get beeline from point A to point B. But we're driving to San Francisco and May long, and we'll be taking the I-5 for part of it. But part of it, we'll see. Might be able to detour and take Highway 1 along the coast. Probably not. We're just cruising down there, hanging out with my brother-in-law the one day, and then hanging out with my sister-in-law the other day. Unless we get to leave early for some reason, we probably won't take the scenic route. I've got a bungee that's come loose. I'm just kind of hanging there, but I can see it's loose, so next time I stop, I'll have to check that. The hook probably tore or something. Some of my bungees are pretty dry rot, pretty rotten. So I'm slowly tearing them and busting them. So tarp's fine though. I always over bungee the tarps anyway, so one or two or three bungees is no big deal. Trying to make a reference of where it is. So on the first trailer, probably about halfway down where the two tarps meet. The rest area in 14 miles. I think I'll pull in there and check it all out. Bugs, 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 bugs. All right, little Rav, what are you doing? Yes, it's a RAV4. The 4 is just blends right into that paint job. I bet you we're going to climb here and I'm going to be forced to switch over to the granny lane because I think that hill is too big to do full speed with the load I have. We shall see. RAV4 moved out. Some decent sized logs. There's that 12 logs on there. Not bad. We're actually keeping fairly good speed here. We're slow, but not terribly slow. Well guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Hit that thumbs up. And stay safe out there. Don't fall off of any trailers or walls, or else there might be more Humpty Dumptys out there. As long as we can put you back together, I guess that's the important thing. Hit that thumbs up. We'll see you tomorrow.